contest will be bronze medal contest for women under 52 kilo.
Kedves nézőink, az érmes mérkőzések a középső szőnyegen lesznek megtekinthetőek. Az első mérkőzés női 52 kg-os bronz mérkőzés lesz.
Be ready, 3 minutes to go.
Készüljünk! 3 perc van a kezdésig.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes to go.
Hölgyeim és uraim, 2 perc van a kezdésig.
Dear judo guests, on behalf of the International Judo Federation, Hungarian Judo Association, and from all the sponsors, welcome to the final block of the World Judo Championships, Hungary 2021, Day 2.
Kedves nézőink, a Nemzetközi Judo Szövetség, a Magyar Judo Szövetség és minden szponzor nevében nagy szeretettel köszöntjük Önöket itt a 2021. évi Magyarországi Judo Világbajnokság második versenynapjának érmes mérkőzésein.
One minute to go.
1 perc és kezdünk!
Well, a very big welcome back here to day 2 in Budapest, where the 2021 World Judo Championships is well and truly up and running. Now, Hungary's capital city once again plays host to a global judo event. Best known for its wonderful architecture along the Danube River, it creates a perfect backdrop for these championships. Now we have two more weight categories today, the under 52 kilos category for ladies, the under 60s for men. And well, we're looking forward to an action-packed final session here with medals galore. It's all about medals. I'm joined by Dennis van der Geest in the commentary position, and we're ready to go. Dennis, welcome.
Yes, welcome, and what a final block it is.
It's going to be an amazing final block. And, well, like I say, we've got some action-packed stuff just about to happen. We're having a look at the moment, the under 52 kilos bronze medal match, Joanna Ramos against Bischrelt of Mongolia, and that's going to be
I cannot hear myself.
so Ramos is going to come a little bit later. We're just having a little look in here now at the finalists here, and well, that's going to be something special. Shishimi Ai there, getting ready, getting prepared, and Perez Box of Spain also preparing for the finals, and so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great final. Before that, of course, we've got the bronze medal matches to happen, and that means Joanna Ramos against Fabian Crusher, and we've got Gefen Primo against Keldiarova of Uzbekistan. So let's just have a look here at Joanna Ramos and her route through. Shido's all the way through for her first match. This one about against Bischrelt. Wazari scored. She is ready to go. Round 3 here against Evelyn Schopp. Hard-fought matches, but the Soto Makikomi scored a Wazari, and that was the score that opened up the account. And then another one finishes it off here. A little bit of a delay going into it, but in the end, she manages to take her over for Wazari Awazetti Ippon. Quarterfinal is against Amber Riol of Belgium. And again, Soto Makikomi there just took her over, and it was straight away a follow through into the Yushiro Kesakatami. Just needed to hold her for the 10 seconds. 10 seconds goes very, very quick, but the opening attack set it all up. Great performance, really, from Joanna Ramos. Soto Makikomi working absolutely fabulously for her. So Ramos had a great run through. Let's have a look at her opponent then, Fabian Crusher of Switzerland. Round 1. Up against Asvesta. So this is how she opened up the account there. Beautiful Ashiguruma. Wazari scored. Not content with that though. Straight into Newaza. And we've seen a lot of really good transition into Newaza, and Sangaku there straight away, that was on, and it's going to turn it into the hold down. Just needs to hold for the 10 seconds. Straight into Sangaku Gatami, and holds it there just for the 10 seconds to put her through into round 2. Round 2 up against Korkmaz of Turkey. Again, directly into Newaza. Transitions absolutely excellent all day. Sangaku again, just flattens the opponent out, then climbs up on top for the hold down. Not going anywhere from there. Great to see Newaza, and to see it so well executed, and as well to see that the continuous Newaza left possible and made possible by the referees. Chelsea Giles in the 3rd round. Chelsea Giles hotly favoured in the beginning of the day, and just made a mistake here. Look at this. Almost gets caught there with the Uchimata. Jamie Johnson, the British coach, saying she's got to be careful with that. 1 Wazari each on the board. It was Chelsea Giles that opened up the account, and that was the Ochigari there that scores, and she, well, when they look back at the landing, it was enough for a 2nd Wazari, and Wazari Wazetti upon Chelsea Giles went out. Quarter-final against Primo of Israel. This was just all about points. She just lost in that match, and of course, this just won in that match by Shidos, and it took her through to the bronze medal match. World 23 and 21 rankings. Only 1 match before, and Crusher was the winner in that particular match. But this is totally different. This is for a medal in the World Championship, so totally different. Joanna Ramos against Fabian Crusher. Ramos representing Portugal and Crusher representing Switzerland. The long walkout into the tunnel, and they're going to come out from 2 different sides here. It's the first time that they've done that in a major tournament. Quite often they walk out together. They have to make the long walk together as on their own, but of course with their coaches alongside. And talking to Dennis van der Geest, we were saying how lonely it is, and some of the things that are said in that long walk in the tunnel.
Switzerland, 2020 Hungary Grand Slam silver medalist. Fabian Crusher.
So here we go. First bronze medal match, under 52 kilos. Ramos in white, Crusher in blue. Ramos has been on good form. She'll be looking for the Makikomi. Well, Soda Makikomi does it left and right. Strong fight for grips, as always. We've seen so much fighting for the correct grip. He who dominates the grip obviously dominates the match and initiates the technique. Well, we had a little technical problem.
Well, it's solved now, Neil, so I'm here.
Yeah. Good. We had a little technical problem at the beginning
I saw
there.
some people running around real frustrated, but Kocher from Switzerland, she was on my tatami the whole day, so I saw her fight, and she is so strong in her kumikata. If she has the right grip, the arm in the neck, then she is so strong and so dominant. And you can see it every time. It's the left hand from Kocher. That's the hand she wants in the neck of Ramos. And you can also see in the tactical fight that Ramos, she doesn't want that.
No, well, that's the whole aim, isn't it? I was saying about the kumikata, how strong it is. A lot of penalties because of it. But Ramos obviously done her homework here. She wants that big right arm, that big arm, a big left arm, should I say, coming over the top. She wants to stop it.
Oh, and that's a good switch to the other side. It was Kocher who made the attack, but a counter-attack by Ramos. The second time that Ramos is close to a score, but on the bum, so no score was given. But Shido on the board, first penalty for Kocher, and I think that's the right decision because two great attacks by the Portuguese.
Yeah, I think both of us have had these two, haven't we? Yeah, it was a very close one there. That's what Ramos has been scoring with all day. Soda Makikomi, but controlling the arms, and Ramos has been on good form as well. So they've only met once before, Dennis, one time, and that time it was Crusher that came out the winner. But World Championship medal match, slightly different.
Yeah, and for them, for Kocher, it's just the first time that she's in a final block at the World Championship. So also her first chance of winning a medal at the World Championships. Ramos was there already, 5th place, so she definitely don't want to win this 5th place again.
I'm glad you said winning a 5th place, but I mean, it is winning, isn't it? But I mean, they've done so well. Actually, 5th place, the worst place to be, isn't it? You go home empty-handed, and that's not good.
Well, most of the time it's better to win a bronze medal than a silver, because then you lose the final. And winning a bronze medal, then in the end you're always ending with a winning fight.
I can attest to that. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Sorry,
it's
Neil.
It's not the best one. It's
No.
not, definitely not the best one. So transition has been great today. We've seen some fantastic transitions from Tachiwaza, from standing into ground. A lot more time given for it by the referees. They've been great, and the rules are allowing it. And this lady here, Crusher, scored twice with, a strangle with the legs. And what happens is it's a triangular strangle with the legs. She'll be straight on top of Ramos if she can possibly do it.
There's the dominant grip from the Swiss girl again. She's holding onto the sleeve of Ramos, and Ramos could do only one thing, and that was escaping, just falling on her back. But she gets away with it. Still half a minute to go, and then we're into golden score. It's a close match.
Yeah, for the non-judoka out there, 4-minute contests, no score on the board, and that doesn't include the penalties. You can see the penalties there on your board. That's the little yellow spot there. And here's the attack here from Crusher, looking for the triangular strangle with the legs, and Ramos will know it very, very well.
Well, 8 seconds to go, and then the 4 minutes are gone. Then we're straight into golden score, and every score you make into golden score, that's the end of the fight for sure. Or if you pick up 3 penalties, then you're also out. So they both have 1 yellow dot. You can see it left. So it's totally equal after 4 minutes into golden score.
Yes, those penalties carry over. And for the non-judoka out there that are watching, 4 different ways that you can win. You can win by throwing your opponent all different directions, forward, backwards, with sacrifice throws as well. Throw them on their back and it scores a nippon. Everybody's after a nippon. Boxing equivalent to a knockout. And then you can arm lock or strangle for a submission, hold them on their back without the legs being entangled for just 20 seconds. So they're the ways to win. So golden score can go a long time, and if they attack at the right times, we have seen golden scores go into 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think that's going to happen here. The referees will...
The only good part is that during the fight you can get yourself a cup of coffee.
Is that them or us?
But I have the feeling in this fight it won't last that long. There are already 2 Shidos on the board for Ramos now. And it's still the Swiss girl who has the stronger grips every time. So now it's Ramos. She's in danger. She knows 1 more of those yellow dots and then she's out. And the bronze medal will be for Kocher.
Yeah, you can get Shidos for, well, the referee wants to have a look there. It's gone to the referee commission there, and the referee commission has a look at the screen. They've got a screen, and it'll come in several different directions, or from 4 different
I know
cameras.
for what, because Ramos had her hands beneath the belt. That's worth the penalty. I don't know if because that's so decisive now in this bronze medal contest, but she did. Yeah, so it was the right arm from Ramos underneath the belt. So that's a 3rd penalty for Ramos. And it's Kocher who wins the bronze medal. This is not the way you want to win. Of course you want to win with a big throw, but in the end, these are the rules. And it's Ramos, again a 5th place, and the first bronze medal for Switzerland. It's Kocher who wins the bronze.
Great to see them coming together like that as well, Dennis. I mean, you know, it's a hard fighting sport, and it's pretty brutal sometimes, but at the end you come together and you can hug. Look how pleased she is there to win that bronze medal. And we're going to have a little look now at the highlights of the match, just to have a little look to see how Ramos accumulated that last one, because a little bit of a shame, a little bit of a slip. Not allowed to touch below the belt line when you're executing a technique, or even if you're countering your opponent.
Well, I can understand that they had a small chat that Kocher says something like, well, this is not the way I want to win this bronze medal, because they were having a great fight. They were so close to each other, and then at the end it's the penalties that made the decision. But it was the right decision though.
So the first bronze medal of the day goes to Crusher of Switzerland, and nice to see one of the small countries coming away with a medal at this level, as always. But the beauty of our sport is that the medals are split all over the place. Now, just have a little look here, because now what we can see is the finalists getting ready. We've still got 1 more bronze medal match to come, remember, but the finalists have their judogi checked. Has to be the right size, the sleeves have to be the right width, you have to have enough space in between, you can't have it skin tight, and it has to be a certain thickness as well of material.
Well, and that's one of the bigger improvements, I think, in the last 10-15 years. I think you still fought in the time that judokas made their own judokis as tight as possible, so it looked like wrestling suits.
I never ever did that.
No, of course
No,
not, Neil. No,
never took
no.
that.
Everybody did that except for you.
They're all looking at me as if to say, probably one of the worst offenders for that. So here we go for the second bronze medal fight, and this is going to be Primo is going to come out here against Keldirova, and Diora Keldirova is only young, just coming onto the scene, and I can tell you she's a real handful. And this lady here from Israel, she's going to have something to say about it, because we're going to have a look at how she got to the bronze medal match first of all. Let's have a look at round one. This is Primo of Israel, and this is her match up against Luz Avera. Wow, that was a nice little counter, wasn't it? Just,
yeah, because it was Pimenta who tried to make the score, but it was very fast counter-attacking just by slipping away with the feet.
Second match then, up against, and this was round 3. She had a bye in round 2.
Yeah, so now we saw Pimenta before. So this was against Lafasuren. I think Lafasuren from Mongolia, she was one of the top favorites today, but she won that fight as well.
Yeah, and both with hands, good hands, using the hands to great effect. Here's a quarter-final match up against, well, not Hagvasuren, but Hagvasuren she's just beaten, but we'll have a look, first of all, at her other match, and, well, the quarterfinal was won by Shidos alone. So here we go. This is the young lady that I'm talking about.
Keldirova.
Yeah, Keldirova. I mean, she's got some fantastic techniques, and she has a lightning fast transition into Jujigatami as well. Here's against Delgado of America.
There it is, the transition you were talking about, Neil. A great arm lock, so fast. From standing position, she already knew when we're in the ground, I know exactly what to do. And
yeah, I mean, it's trained, isn't it? That kind of thing is trained. Here against Lopez Sherif of Spain, a very experienced judoka, and one that was going to give her a really hard time. Just watch this. Great change of direction there, gets the Wazari for the change of direction. Not happy with that. Well, she drops into the outside komi. It was 2 different movements, that particular Sianagi, but drops into the outside komi. Just needed to hold for 10 seconds to get the other Wazari. 2 ippons for Keldirova. This one up against Guika of Canada. And you won't believe this, because Guika was absolutely superb up to this match. But watch this. Sorisura Kamigoshi, and then she'll come back up. That was the first score. But she's not content with that. And then she'll do it again. Wazzetti upon and made it look so easy.
yeah, and only 1 minute. In 1 minute, 2 big Wazaris.
Yeah, in fact, it was Yamarashi and it was Siatoshi. Look at that, the big man himself there, getting excited.
Well, Iliadis is doing a great job there, not only with the men, but with the women as well. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
great effort.
Amber Real, well, she was also on great form, but she managed to get past her on penalties, and now here she is fighting for 3rd place. Primo of Israel in white, and it's Keldirova of Uzbekistan in blue.
They fought each other one time before. It was Kaldiarova who lost that fight against Primo, but that's already a few years ago in 2019. Kaldiarova in good form, won the Antalya Grand Slam this year already. So
yeah, like you say, she's in great form, Dennis. She's just come forward and she can't wait to get out there. Well, this is Primo running out here. I can never understand how they managed to run through that tunnel, because I could hardly walk. We were talking about it yesterday, weren't we? Our legs like jelly.
Yeah, but you know, when you're standing there and you have to wait quite a long time until the fight starts, you know, also when you're not the first fight, you don't know how long it will take. It can be Ippon very fast in the fight before, or it can be a real long golden score. So you're just standing there for minutes and minutes, all the energy in your body, you know, and you want to get on this tatami, you want to go for it.
What kind of things did you used to talk about when you used to go out there? Nonsense. Mine was nonsense.
Yeah, about the beers in the night. My dad always said, if you win or if you lose, it doesn't matter. If you're thirsty, you're thirsty.
Here we go. Kaldiarova is in blue here. Primo of Israel in white.
Well, that's giving away your business card in the first 20 seconds. It's Primo with a really strong grip, showing her power in the first few seconds. With this left arm on the back of Kaldiarova.
Well, like you said, she'd already beaten her once, but it was 2 years ago, and a lot can happen, as you know, in 2 years. Look at that. And that was the combination she used earlier. Sodi, as they come off it, then directly in for the juji. It was beautiful the way she executed it. And there the coach, the Israeli coach, just told to quieten down a bit. Not allowed to shout information when they're fighting, only on the mates.
So look at the way Primo starts every time, grabbing the sleeve and then straight into the big attacks. So there's not so much time they use for the gripping. They just start when they have the grip, they jump in with big attacks.
It's kind of hit and run, isn't it? In some ways, it's hitting off the attack is what I call it. And but sometimes, of course, the grips are not on properly. That's the problem. And that's why they fall flat sometimes.
No, they both look a bit nervous in the start of this bronze medal contest.
There's the Sodi. She's got the Sodi. She also does the Seotoshi off the right-handed Kaldiarova. I think Primo will be thinking this is a different person than I fought 2 years ago, that's for sure. The Israeli squad got so much depth in the ladies and the men's, and they've got such a great system that they're working at the moment, and they've got a great squad.
And they're always good judokas. In the fundament is always good, always great techniques. Most of the time they're as well as left as right-handed. They can throw both ways. It's always good to see.
Like you say, it's good to see a good foundation, good technical foundation. Well, from this angle here, from this particular angle, you can see how hard they hit the mat sometimes. Brutal. Well, this is a good match. It's really even and no penalties up there. It is all about all-out attack.
Well, the first one is on the board now, and it's for Kaldiarova, and I think that's the right decision, because Primo needs a little bit time to get the right grip. But every time when she has the grip, Kaldiarova directly dives underneath, and not always with the best result.
I think you're right. You know, sometimes it's just that little bit too quick, but that's what the lightweights do, isn't it? I mean, a lot of the time, so quick, in and out. These two evenly matched. There's the president of the IJF, Mr. Marius Visa, just enjoying his judo as always. And there was the little combination into the Juji Gatami. She's got to move them, remember, with that Tomanagi, has to break their balance before she does that.
This is a strong grip now from Primo. You can see that it's getting more and more difficult for Kaldiarova to get out of these situations, and you can see it on the scoreboard as well. There are now 2 yellow dots, so it's 2 penalties for the girl from Uzbekistan. So she's the one who has to open up a little bit, but that gives Primo more chance to score, of course.
Well, especially with those 2 penalties there, put her under pressure. She's got to attack at the right time. She's got to be careful of stepping outside of that area, that yellow area, and dropping like that. I think she might get away with it this time, but that's her last one, because she will get another power. That's it. I think she's thrown it away with that particular drop.
It is.
It's going to be all over. So she threw that away there, panicked a little bit, I think, Dennis.
It's Primo who wins. And the pressure of Primo was so harsh that it was Kaldiarova. Every time when she felt the pressure, she just jumped underneath, but not with the best attacks. Well, you can do this once or twice, but she already picked up 2 penalties with it, so she knew that the attacks had to be a little bit better, but then she jumped 2 times on her knees again, and that was too much. Referee gave the 3rd penalty, and that made Primo of Israel the bronze medalist today.
Shani Hemshu, the coach, just so close to his athletes, and he's hard and brutal with them sometimes, but he's so close. It's just because it comes from the heart. And you could see how happy they were there. Bronze medal for Israel, and they open up the accounts. Beautiful drop, Seatoshi there, and look at that contact. So close to getting each other, actually. That could have gone either way, couldn't it? In the end, this lady just did enough. 3 Shidos.
So, 2 bronze medals we've got, and we're waiting for the final. And what a final it is.
Yes, should be a great final. Really looking forward to this. Shishimi Ai, well, she's been doing great tachiwaza, great standing work, into ground work, as always. The Japanese so good with it. But her feet are what impressed me the most, because she sets up all her techniques with her ashiwaza, with her foot techniques. But Perez Box, she has had a great run through.
Perez Box had a great day today. And of course, Shishime in the final for Japan. Well, that's what everybody expected. She already won all the medals at the World Championship. She was the World Champion in 2017. Well, let's look to her road to the final.
This is her 2nd round match. She had a bye in the 1st round, so 2nd round match against Iraqi. Look how quick she is with the transition, and she'll be looking just for the hold down. Look at the leg trapped. Ties up the top half, and 99% of the time that leg will come out. Watch the other foot come up, push it out, and then she'll just secure it, and just needs to hold her there now for the 20 seconds. How often, Dennis, do they do that?
The Japanese women are incredible in the groundwork, especially getting out of with the legs, and they always have so good control of the upper body of their opponents. I think they train for this.
Absolutely,
hours
for sure.
And hours and hours.
Hours and hours. The transition that they must do, because the transition from standing down to ground as well is just so well rehearsed. Let's have a look at round 3 up against Reka Pup of Hungary. And remember that Pup had the home support and it did help her to get to round 3, but look at this. Uchimata takes Pup over onto her side for a Wazari, and that's what took her through. Quarter-final, Joanna Ramos. There's the Ashiwaza, there's the foot sweep. In golden score, and it was enough to take the ippon. It was, first of all, Diashi on the foot, drives her over. Brilliant stuff.
And there we have the semi-final against Geldiarova. We just saw her fight for the bronze medal. Here we are again in Newaza. Well, if you're in this situation with the Japanese women, you know you're in danger because they win so many times in groundwork. But in this final, we will see Paris box. I've seen all her fights today, and she is also a Newaza specialist. I think she's not afraid to fight
to
a
have
Japanese.
A little go. Yeah, no,
why not?
So.
Why not?
Let's hope so. Geldiarova just turned in the wrong way, actually, for that. She thought she could escape, but brilliant stuff from Shishimi. And that is her road to the final. Let's have a look at this lady's road to the final.
Now we see road to the final.
A little bit of nerves going on there, as you would expect. World final. Of course, they've got, in about 3 weeks' time, the Olympic Games. Some of these are doubling up. But I can tell you that Shimiai isn't down for the Olympic Games, so win or lose.
Here it is, the Newaza of Paris box. I really like it because every time she just wraps her arm in the belt of her opponent and then she just turns them over into the Newaza. She did this a few times today.
Well, like you said, I think it's going to be a great contest. It'll be interesting to see which one of them wants to engage. Always good to see good Newaza people engage, because normally, if they do, it's on their terms. I mean, I know that as a Newaza person myself, I only engaged on my terms. Do you know what I mean? If somebody was on my back, I wouldn't like it for sure.
No, but Paris box loves when she's on her back herself, her opponent between her legs. She knows how to turn them around, but that's especially also what Shizime likes. When she's on top, she slips with one of the legs and then straight into, here we will see it again, straight into the hold down. Shizime is also so good in escaping the legs, like getting the legs out.
So 2 Wazaris there, and Podkorova couldn't stop it. So she's got the Tachiwaza, the standing work as well. Hagvasaren in the quarterfinals, and Hagvasaren, well, she is a real handful, but didn't have the answer today for Perez box.
But this girl is only 20 years old, the Mongolian. I love this score though. So we will see a lot from this Mongolian the next few years for sure.
Siatoshi and takes the Mongolian onto her side for the Wazari.
And the best part was that she is a left-handed fighter, but she just dropped in with the right Osoto Toshi, or how do you say, but so she's also capable of scoring on both sides.
Semi-final up against Crusher, and what a beautiful Murati Sianagi that was. Brilliant stuff. Total overthrow there. Let's have another look at how she does it. And well, that was for me a Wazari, but I think that
was the video referee, of course, because it was so fast. Yeah.
Video referee stepped in. So here we go, the final of the under 52 kilos category, and it's going to be an absolute cracker. Let's hope that we see some great groundwork, some great transition, and some great standing work as well. Shishimi against Ana Perez Box. Ana Perez Box of Spain, of course, and Shishimi from Japan.
For Perez Box, this is her first time in a final block at the World Championships. For Shishimi, it's it's known terrain. She was the world champion in 2017, won a silver medal in 2018 and a bronze in 2019. So the last 3 world championships, she was on the podium, but not on the Olympics, because that's Abe Uta. So that says something about the really high level of the Japanese fighters, especially in this category.
Yeah, I said yesterday, Dennis, they send their B team, their reserve team, just to see how many world titles they can get. And then a totally different team in the Olympic Games. Well, that's why we always used to train in Japan, of course, their depth of people, and we'd go there to get hold of high-level people. Even their 4s and 5s were a good level. Shishimi wearing white. They have to walk out from different sides of the arena, first time they've done that.
Well, this is already, it's a medal for Spain, and in the second day here at the World Championships, this is the 3rd medal for Spain.
That's incredible, isn't it?
They won 2 medals yesterday, so, well, that's unbelievable. So Spain back on track, and the possibility of winning more medals, of course, with Sherzadishvili, the former world champion.
In the under 90 kilograms,
yep.
Yes, indeed. So here we go, and now can she get this leg out here? Straight away, she's in trouble here, Perez Box, and Shishimi didn't manage to tie up the top half there.
that was so close of like finishing off in 15 seconds.
It was almost, wasn't it? It was just straight away, as soon as the bell went, it was almost all over. So Shishimi not scared to really take it to Perez Box.
But let's be happy that the final is still on.
Look at them on the sleeves there. They're going to have to do something. They will get penalised if they just push the sleeve down without attacking. And she's watching very, very closely, the referee, just to see if anything's going to happen.
Well, there was the change of direction from Perez Box. They're both left-handed players. That's why this situation is like this, that they both have the gripping on the sleeves. They don't want to have one of those hands on the lapel, because then they're really dangerous. So it will open up for sure later on in the final. But of course, this is... well, there's so much on.
They were only going to give one penalty there, then they decided to give both, but neither one of them were doing anything, and both of them have got a sleeve each. Now, that is something that she's got to be really careful of. She hasn't rotated twice now, and another penalty.
She's in trouble now. She's in trouble.
Yeah.
But well, she knows. Okay, so it's, we can see Perez Box very good in Newaza, but still she's holding everything what she can see against Shishimi on the ground, because in this first 10 seconds she was already almost in Osai Komi.
She was definitely afraid, a little bit cautious, and that Cianagi is not rotating at all. And of course, you've got to take into consideration the strength of Shishimi stopping her rotating. But,
yeah, but be honest, Neil, 4 attacks from Perez Box, not the best attacks, I admit that, but none from Shishimi.
No, she's got to do something as well. So a second penalty up there for Perez Box, and I agree with Dennis because she's just winning this on the gripping strategies, actually, Shishimi, and she's got to attack as well. If you're dominating the grips, you've got to attack as well. Trying to use her feet to upset the balance of Perez Box.
She has to change direction now, Perez Box. She already had one penalty for stepping out of the contest area.
Yeah, I mean, they can drift towards the edge, can't they? So that they get the mates and it breaks and they come back to the middle. But it's a bit of a, well, it's not even a 50-50, is it? That you can get penalties on the edge. You will take a chance either pushing your opponent out or stepping out. It's got to stay within that yellow area. And still, Shishimi needs to attack. Now she does!
Oh. Big Wazari, Uchimata, left Uchimata. This was the first big attack from Shishime, and now big trouble for Perez Box. Yes, there's the hold down. It's over. It's finished for sure.
Just 10 seconds needs to hold her there, and that was brilliant from Shishimi. The one attack, and just needed the right way in there, and Shishimi was underneath for the Uchimata, takes her over for the Wazari, and directly into the hold down. So she is once again, since 2017, she's world champion.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, back to 1 again.
Brilliant.
Well, and of course, losing a final, that's not what you want. But Perez Box can be very happy about her performance today, because winning a silver medal at the World Championships, that's a big medal. And she's shown some great judo today, and also in the final, she tried everything. Shishime was just, well, a little bit too strong for her, I think. Was waiting for this one moment, that she had the right grip. She directly attacked and threw her with this left Uchimata. We will see it here. Great drive, and straight into the hold down afterwards.
It's about creating space. Just fed that leg in, didn't she there? Just hooked it in, gave her the way in, and you have to be careful that they don't slip out of it and then throw you with your own momentum. But look at that, she caught the leg and didn't quite have control of the head for the full ippon, so she got the Wazari. Look at the sleeve grip as well. The Kazushi there, really pulling on that sleeve. And look at the head position.
Unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, beautiful
so the
position.
The head almost 5 centimeters from the ground, leg straight up.
Talk about commitment, and that is real commitment and real belief in your ability. Then the follow through into groundwork, and like Dennis said earlier, you don't very often see them getting to this position without finishing up and finishing the contest. So Wazari Awazeti Ippon to Shishimi Ai, and Shishimi Ai is once again world champion.
So coming up next, the men under 66 kilograms. And here we have the reigning world champion from Japan, Maruyama. And to be honest, Neil, I've seen him fighting today, and it's real strange to say about the reigning world champion, and he's now in the final.
He's had a hard job, hasn't he? He's had a real hard run through it.
And when I looked at him, he looked like, I don't want to be here.
No,
I want to be in Tokyo.
It is a strange one. This guy here, well, he's going to cause him all sorts of problems, I'm sure of it, okay, because he is the...
That's a different ball game, you know. Lombardo is now the reigning European champion, of course, and well, he's skyrocketing the last 2 years.
Well, I can't wait for it. We've got the bronze medal fights first of all, and we're going to have a look at it. This is going to be pretty spectacular as well. Shamilov against Safarov, two massive throwers, and they have been throwing people all over the place today, I can tell you. Ranked 15 in the world, Shamilov. World number 20, Safarov, but that's because he's gone up a weight category. So he's trying to qualify here, get massive points from this medal. Even the 5th place will give him big points. Let's have a look first of all at how this man got to this bronze medal fight, and we're going to have a look at Shamilov from round 1. Here he is against Ari Berliner of the USA.
Oh.
Fantastic Kosoto, wasn't it?
Good,
just
foot sweep.
Massive Kosoto. And he has such a great way in for it, he really does. Sometimes it turns into Taniotoshi. 2 Wazaris there, and he gets the Ippon. Round 2, up against Tal Almog of Argentina. Yoko Tomanagi this time, directly into the Juji. What transition.
Great work.
Yeah.
So he's so complete, not only in standing, but also in groundwork.
So watch the Kosoto this time. Well, it kind of turns into a Ranagi, doesn't it? Like I said, it's Taniotoshi, it's Kosoto, and then he kind of changes it just a little bit to the Uranagi. I mean, just throwing world-class people all over the place.
Yeah, it was Bunescu who won against Mark Velashvili. For me, one of the favorites today,
Absolutely.
the Georgian,
yeah,
but
big surprises.
he was out in the 2nd round.
So loses to Lombardo, and Lombardo goes through. This is his final repechage match that qualified him for the bronze medal match. Watch the way he does the Kosoto here. This is his Kosoto. It counters, and what a change of direction. It was a Kouchi Kosoto to Kosoto, but it was the hands, wasn't it? Wow.
Yeah, it was the hands, the control of the upper body. That's everything. Look at the right hand and the left one. Just, it's like a steering wheel.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly what it is. Steering wheel action there. Absolutely buries him. This man has also been throwing people all over the place here, and he's going to be up against Shamilov.
Yeah, well, he's what you say. Well, number 20 in the world ranking is, of course, not that bad. But yeah, he shifted up, was fighting 60s for a long time, now 66 kilograms, but also performing very well in this category.
Yeah, he gets 2 Wazaris here. This is the first one up against Nathan Burns. First one just using the feet. Watch this one. Soto Makikomi, and takes Nathan Burns onto his side. So angry he was about that as well, all within a minute, and Safarov goes through.
That Makikomi is one of his favorite techniques. Normally a technique you see with the heavier fighters.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't see it that often in the lighter categories. But he's quite tall and long legs, and he makes good use of it.
That was a great counter from against Nuralev, and Nuralev came in for a technique, and of course he just gets countered back onto his side for the Wazari. And again, the tip, I don't know what you call that, but it's Sakeshi, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
He just rolls him over.
It's all to do with the hands, isn't it, that one?
Sometimes it looks so easy, but it's all about timing.
Safarov, Azin. Azin had a good run through. This was a good World Championships for him. Gets taken onto his side for the Wazari. Ashiguruma, driving Ashiguruma. And that takes him through quarter-final match against Le Bleu of France. He's a real warrior, Le Bleu, never stops coming forwards, but look at that. Talk about, he didn't have two hands on actually, and I questioned it at the beginning when I was commentating at the beginning, but he didn't hug, he just took hold of the jacket, so beautifully taken, and that qualified him for the bronze medal match. Shamilov against Safarov, and I tell you now, we're going to see some fireworks. Referee Mathieu Bataille, and he's been in this position 2 times as well. 2-time a world bronze medalist in the heavyweight division, Mathieu Bataille. Now, of course, first class, top class referee.
Well, Safarov, he knows how it feels to win a medal at the World Championships. He already won a silver in 2017, and long time ago, 2013, he won a bronze medal, but that was both in a different weight category, under 60s. Now he's 8 years later, after 2013, his first medal. He's again in the bronze medal contest, but now for men under 66 kilograms.
Well, it's going to be definitely a scoring match. I can't see them just sitting back and not doing anything. I think they're going to go for it. Well, just a prediction, but I think they're going to be cleaning the rafters up here. I really do. Get ready for it. Shamilov is in white, and Safarov, Azerbaijan, is in blue. We just had a little dig in there for the Sodi Surakamigoshi. He went off the sleeve there, Shamilov. Didn't look anything, but I think Safarov reacted. There it is again. Not renowned for their groundwork, these two, not renowned for it. They have, most of the top fighters have one move that they can do on the ground, and they can do it quite well, but not renowned for doing it time and time again. But these two are renowned for their throwing.
Well, and a great start from Shamilov with a few good attempts.
Yeah, well, half of it, isn't it? I mean, you know what it's like when you grip up out there, and you know when somebody grips you, Dennis, that you are in danger, immediate danger of going over, and that's why, of course, they crack the grip off. Action, reaction there. Shamilov pushed the sleeve across, then tried the ouchigari.
Yeah, and Safarov felt like for a very tiny moment he thought he could counter-attack it, but there was still so much drive in Shamilov's attack that he had to escape. Well, you were talking about gripping, and most of the time when people are really strong in their grips, you can see it on their fingers. Well, if you look at the fingers of Safarov, there's not one finger that's not taped.
Do you remember the tape? That was to keep the fingers on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Otherwise, they fell off. Here's the Makikomi, what we said before. Safarov with his long legs.
Yeah, Shamilov just coming from different angles. I think that's what I like about Shamilov, is that he comes from different angles and can throw when you don't, when you least expect it. But as with all big throwers, they do go themselves sometimes as well. And if he gets beaten, it's normally by a big score.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. Well, it is because it's full commitment, isn't it? He just goes for it. Starting to pile on the attacks here now. Safarov will have to pick up, otherwise he will be open for a penalty, he has to initiate a technique. Inside the sleeve there,
yep.
and definitely a penalty for that. And Shamilov was very quick to point that out. So you can't hold it inside the sleeve, it's got to be on the outside.
Yeah, but Safarov wants to have this left sleeve of Shamilov, and Shamilov doesn't give him any chance. Every time, you know, now also he's pushing his own hand away.
That's action reaction, isn't it? I mean, when they're pushing the sleeve across there, they want them to pull it back. And then, of course, when they pull it back, changes direction, explodes in there with a massive technique.
Yeah, because when Safarov will have the left sleeve of Shamilov, he will launch his Haragoshi.
Makikomi.
Yeah, Makikomi for sure.
There was the Kosoto. Really nice. I love the way he does that. He just does it off the grip. Just
yeah, it looks quite nonchalant.
Yeah, it does. It is. But you know what he does? He waits till they step forward with the leg. Now he's starting to go to work, Safarov. Starting to open up now. That penalty on there has just woken him up a little bit. How often have you had it, Dennis, when you've been in a fight and you're just off the pace, just got to up the pace there just to bring yourself back into the match?
Yeah, well, that's for me the moments when Mate is called. You have a few seconds, you can hear something from your coach, you can think of, okay, what was the tactical plan I have? And you need those Mates and you can use them. I don't think every fighter uses it the right way, but in every mat or in every contest you have a few moments that you can get back to your plan.
Well, it's why so many scores come, of course, after mates, because people reassess and they come out and then bang, hit them with something.
So we're into golden score, 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, we're into golden score. There's one penalty on the board for Safarov.
Yes, what a great match, and a little bit tactical as well, but that's okay. We don't mind tactical if it's high quality. They're trying to throw. One's going to make a mistake here. I think that's how it's going to be decided. Bronze medal, oh, look at that. Off the sleeves that, and that is kind of that's the Mongolian technique, isn't it? Where they just start taking them backwards. It's kind of a back to front Kataguruma.
Oh, and that's the counter for sure, Silazari. So it was Safarov who finally had the right grips to throw in his Haragoshi. But Shamilov was waiting for it and counter-attacked him, rolled him over for Wazari. And in the golden score, that's enough. Every score is enough to give you the win. So it's Shamilov from the RGF that wins the bronze medal.
He knew he'd made a mistake, didn't he? Just, I mean,
yeah, you saw it afterwards.
You could see it, so disappointed. And but I said it would just be one mistake that would cost them the match. Shamilov just kept his cool, and I think, you know, on reflection, he was just ahead all the way through, and it always looked like him if anybody was going to score. But you can never tell, and sometimes it goes against the run of play. Somebody will pull something out the bag. But in this case, it wasn't to be. But definitely, and well, I was looking at his world ranking earlier, and it was at 20, and I'm not talking about Shamilov, I'm talking about Safarov, and I think that'll put him in the qualification for the Olympic Games for sure. Top 18 guaranteed. There it is, just rolled him the wrong way. That tip is just a point of balance that you tip somebody.
Yeah, but I think the problem for Safarov was normally he makes this haragoshi when he has one hand on the lapel, the other one on the sleeve. But now Shamilov had both of his sleeves in his hand, so he could also turn him around. You can see Shamilov like pushing and pulling with one hand and the other hand. And so that's why Safarov is also angry. You see there the sleeve, both sleeves in the hand of Shamilov. So that gives him the chance of just turning him just enough on the side. Wazari score.
Great change of direction as well. How happy is he with that? Brilliant stuff. Not so sure that that won't qualify him for the Olympic Games as well.
For Shamilov, yeah, well, he's the highest ranked Russian, but they have so many strong fighters in the 66 kilogram category. But, well, a bronze medal at the World Championships.
That might just do it, mightn't it? It might just tip the balance there. Some of the countries got so much depth. Here we go. Preparation of the jackets. Make sure that everything is official. That means the belt as well. That has to be the right length. The trousers do as well.
So Italy had the Olympic champion, or still has the Olympic champion in the 66 kilo category. And he just moved up to 73 kilograms. It's Fabio Basile. And then just a few years later, there's another kid on the block, and he's in the final.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, how often does that happen? But, you know, and sometimes you can have an Olympic champion or world champion will keep people out of the category because they can't get trips. They either go up a weight or down a weight, whatever it is. But this man here, Lombardo, we've always known is going to be a threat.
Well, for me, Yondon Perenlai, well, I love the way this guy is fighting, because you can see that he loves his Mongolian wrestling.
Yeah, let's just have a look at some of his matches here. So unorthodox. Yoran Pelendi, he just does things that no normal person does. Like you said, it's got a wrestling feel to it. A lot of the grips are Mongolian, typical Mongolian grips. But
he makes throws with two hands on the belt, Neil.
Yeah.
Just. He was in the semi-final against Maruyama, or in the quarterfinal. And you couldn't have a bigger clash of styles in judo than this quarterfinal.
No, that's true,
you had Maruyama, the classical Uchimata man, having the gap in between with his opponent, and then Yondon Perenlai, who only wants to have one thing: close body contact. The closer he gets, the stronger he is.
Well, his second round, that was decided on penalties only. This third round here is up against Chupanov, and he just, look at that, just controls the upper part of the body there. And, well, Chupanov was going, let me out of here, but no chance. So this is the one against Maruyama. Of course, he comes unstuck against Maruyama. Maruyama's in the final. This one against Leblu, and this was what qualified him for the bronze medal match. This was a ridiculous
fight. This was so hard, and Leblu in the end just gave up. Like every time, he just came to him as a bully. And here he is, the bronze medal. It was because Zhumakanov from Kazakhstan, he was injured, so it was not possible for him to fight for the bronze medal contest. So Yondon Perenlai, okay, no fight for the bronze, but
he has to come out though, and that's the protocol now. They'll walk him out.
He fought really hard for it today, so it's a well-deserved medal for the Mongolian. And well, I'm a judo purist, so I love classical judo, and when everybody would be fighting like Yondon Perenlai, then I wouldn't like to watch it. But this guy is a character. He's a character. It's fun to watch. And
he's not the kind of person you'd want to fight in the first round. We talked about this as well, didn't we? No, definitely not.
I will never fight him. This is a guy, if you wake him up at 3 o'clock in the morning, he's ready for it.
That's for sure. So he wins by default, and it is tragic. Zamakhanov of Kazakhstan, injured, can't fight for the bronze medal. Yondan Perenli wins the bronze medal for Mongolia by default.
We were here a few days ago already, and we were discussing all the categories. And one final we wanted to have, but in theory, you never know if it will happen. That was the final between Lombardo and Maruyama. Let's see the road to the final for the Italian.
Well, Seidel, great judoka as well from Germany, but watch this here, because Lombardo, his Yoko Otoshi, just so strong. He just controls the upper part of the body here, and Seidel goes over for a Wazari. Orlando Polanco of Cuba. We always said, didn't we, that he is the man. If anybody's going to beat the Japanese, this will be the man. And there's the Yoko Otoshi again.
Yeah, Lombardo, the reigning European champion, he's in great form. So he feels really confident, I think, today. If I look at Maruyama today, it's strange. I said it before, he's in the final, but there was not one fight of Maruyama where I saw him the way we saw him before.
Yeah. Beautiful Seanagi there from Lombardo on Shamilov, and Shamilov in all sorts of problems there. He hasn't had an easy run through, that's for sure. Here against Makhanov. Well,
that was the semi-final.
Well, this is the semi-final, but it was awkward.
Yeah,
I tell you, very awkward. That's what won it for him. Lombardo was through, but look at his face there. Almost expected it.
Yep.
Here's the man that you've just been talking about here. One of the best technicians, for sure, well, in the Japanese team, in any team. But
for me, in my opinion, he's a bit too one-sided.
Yes.
He has the best Uchimata
sure.
in the judo at the moment. If he has the right grip, then it's so fast. But he had a few left-handed players today, and they managed to break his strong left hand. If he doesn't have his left hand on the lapel, then it's quite difficult for him, especially because you see that he's not in absolutely top form. This man is good enough to win a gold medal in the Olympics, lost against Abe, and you can see he's the reigning world champion, but I think that's the big difference between Lombardo and Maruyama. It's Maruyama who comes here and everybody expects that he will win. And for him it feels like, okay, I have to do it. Lombardo is completely in it. This was the semi-final. Well, Savarov gave him a real hard time. And it was in the golden score finally that he launched this Uchimata in a different way, with two hands on the sleeves. And well, you see, you know, winning your semi-final into the final, but you see in his face, you know,
not what he wants, is it? Not the way he wants. No. The one against Yondan Perenli there, we didn't see it, but it was decided on 3 Shidos there to Yondan Perenli, but that was epic. Yeah, absolutely epic.
If you have nothing to do tonight, just watch that quarterfinal. It's worth it.
It is. So here we go. This is going to be amazing. I'm sure of it. And opposing styles. Yeah, I think we're going to have Lombardo dropping for the Yoko Satemi Wazas. Maruyama's going to be trying to set him up for the big technique. Raul Camacho is the adjudicator for this one.
It will be left-handed to a right-handed fighter. So Maruyama is stiff left with his left Uchimata. It's Lombardo who is a right-handed fighter, and Lombardo likes to fight close to its opponents. We will see this right arm of Lombardo. That will be on the back of Maruyama for sure. I think that will be the tactic, because Maruyama needs his space for the Uchimata. He needs to have the gap. He needs to push his opponent away, and then he jumps in with the Uchimata. If Lombardo can manage to get Maruyama really close to him by breaking his left hand, the grip of the left hand, getting his right hand on the back, then I think this is a big chance for Lombardo to become the world champion.
Well, especially I think if he kills the big technique, the big Uchimata, 2 or 3 times, Maruyama will, well, like you said, just he's a one-way athlete, isn't he? He loves the, saying that, we have seen him turning as well, a couple of times for the Seoinage on the other side. He does do it on the other side, and he does it rather well as well. Let's see, this is a great match. Lombardo then of Italy is out there, first world final ever, and the defending world champion, Maruyama, is out there in blue. Right against left, and so he's opted for the lapel grip. So double lapel, he's not even looking for that sleeve, which is quite interesting. I remember when the same things happened with Koga and they stopped him getting 2 hands on, and then he started to look for other things, and the one-handed Seoinage, which I commentated on a long time ago.
Well, it was, yeah, of course. And I was watching this on the couch as a small kid. And now I'm sitting here with you, Neil. Well.
I was going to say thanks for that.
Yeah. Life gives you cookies sometimes. This is not too bad for Maruyama, though, the way Lombardo starts this final.
He's nervous, isn't he, Lombardo? You can tell that a lot rests on this for him. And I'm not about talking about anybody else in there, but he wants it so badly, and he doesn't want to put a step wrong. Right arm there defending might mean a Shido for Lombardo. His right arm was on the hip.
Mo. They're giving Maruyama a Shido for walking out of the contest area. Well, that's a debatable decision, but in the end he did. It's strange. Oh, there it was, Maruyama. It's strange that Maruyama does not even go for the lapel from Lombardo. I think he's also a bit scared for the katakuruma on the other side. So this equals the score. 2 penalties on the board, 1 each.
Mr. Oamura was just looking in there, and he is the president of the Kodokan, former Olympic champion in 1976. He'll be interested in this because they had that massive trial, didn't they? Maruyama and Abe, and it lasted 18 minutes. So we know that Maruyama can go to the wire. Well, I think Lombardo's got to initiate a little bit here. It's been all Maruyama so far.
Yeah, one time the katakuruma on the side from Lombardo. And the Shido on the board from Maruyama for walking out of the contest area for Lombardo by non-attacking. Now you see what in my opinion was, because before you think like, what will be the tactical plan of Lombardo? I think he needs to get to the back of Maruyama.
Pull him in.
Yeah, pull him in.
It's about, especially with
You
that
see here,
technique like
yeah.
that. Yes, it's about breaking the rhythm.
Oh, but that's a score for sure.
Wazari there, Yoko Tomonagi there from Maruyama.
I've seen it doing it today a few times, but not with the same devotion as now.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? It really was. It was done on the move, and it was all about action-reaction. Beautifully executed. Let's have a look at it. Watch the move. From the Uchimata, then the movement, and the draw. And that's how the great Kashiwazaki always used to teach the Yoko Tomonagi, always with the draw.
Yep.
Draw them on.
That was close by Ippon, for Ippon. 1 minute to go, so what can Lombardo do? He needs to, well, I think, oh, but that's Uchimata again. Make one big attack, try an all or nothing situation. He's...
Wow, that was close, wasn't it? Do you know, he had the sleeve then. I was like holding my breath. I thought, I've got to commentate here. But that was brilliant stuff. Maruyama had the sleeve and big dangers.
We just stopped breathing, Neil, for a moment. Because this is the man with the best Uchimata in the world. And you're just sitting on his back.
No, you don't sit on his back, do
no,
you?
But Lombardo did.
I think halfway through, Maruyama thought, I'll see if I can change this to Seoinage.
Yeah, he's going to...
it's going to be a second penalty, that.
Yeah, but he's going to do it in a tactical way. It's only 21 seconds. So this will be a second Shido for Maruyama. But no, well, that's a lot of luck for the Japanese.
No, he will
well,
get it. He's
yeah,
gonna
video
get it.
referee changed it.
He does get it.
Yeah, but that was 4 seconds later, eh?
Yes,
so
yeah, no, true. Now he's just going to let the seconds tick away in now. Maruyama needs to just work.
Lombardo gave up.
Yeah, he did. He had a little look at the clock there, didn't he? And he thought, no, it's not going to happen. Well, you know what? Credit to Maruyama. Maruyama hasn't had the best of days. The Uchimata still looked absolutely brilliant when he got the chance for it. Everybody's been killing his Uchimata. All right, everybody's been coming out there. They've watched him carefully, but he's still won.
He's the world champion, he was the world champion, and that's something we have to give this man a lot of credits for. Just think of yourself when you're in his shoes. He's the man, he's the world champion in 2019. A year later on, okay, the games are postponed. Then he has to have a fight with Abe. Loses this fight after almost 20 minutes, and that was his ticket to the Olympics that he lost. So he was on the plane to Budapest knowing no Olympic medal for me. The only thing I can do is win the world title, and he did. And also in this final in style. Lombardo tried everything. I did not see a great attack from the Italian. He just did not have the...
No, he wasn't in it right from the beginning. No. He got beaten to the attack every single time. It was a good tactical match from... certainly from Maruyama, a great tactical match. He played it just right. That Yoko Tomonagi there was absolutely superb. Like you said, it wasn't quite on the back, but great for a Wazari. Great combination.
And you see that everybody is having his tactical plan to defend against Uchimata from Maruyama. So now they know, okay, on the other side, he also has this sacrifice throw that makes him more complete. And he already is now a double world champion.
Double world champion, and he's not going to the Olympic Games.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. But I do agree with you, Dennis. I think that at the beginning, his head wasn't quite in the game, and I think that he had to really knuckle down. But we've seen him do it quite a few times now. He is one of those athletes that can just play to win. Brilliant, though, and a two-time world champion. Great sportsmanship from these two guys as well. Always nice to see.
Lombardo, the reigning European champion, now silver medalist at the World Championships, and who knows what will happen at the Olympics for him. He will be there for sure. Not facing Maruyama, it will be another Japanese, but I think he's good enough of winning a medal also at the Olympics. So 2 medal ceremonies we have for today. I give the medal to the woman in the front.
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh, sorry.
So the ladies under 52 kilos category then, just about to, they're on the march out here, and all the medalists. This is the time when you walk out there and you can all be friends, just a little bit anyway. Mr. Ian Tiliak, the IJF ambassador, is going to be presenting the medals. So representing Israel, Geffen Primo steps up. That she did absolutely amazing. What an amazing performance she had. Israel have a medal in the World Championships just the second day, and plenty other chances as well. Second bronze medal, Fabian Crusher of Switzerland.
Well deserved medal. Had a great day as well.
Silver medal, Perez Box of Spain. No doubting, though, the gold medalist. Shishimi Ai was absolutely superb, wasn't she? With her tachiwaza, her transition, her newaza, her groundwork.
No, she gave Paris Box not a chance in the final. And after winning all colors on World Championships, also she's not competing at the Olympics. The level is so high in Japan, well, she just did what she did a few years ago, winning the World Championships for Japan.
So all the prizes, prize money as well. Good prize money, but that's not what they're here for. They're here for the title and for the medals. And
well, Neil, I just
Dennis,
I won a few medals as well at the World Championships. Well, the national anthem of Japan for Shishime.
Thank you very much. Now, thank the leader to best judo of this category.
So the family picture where they all come together. This is where they all decide where they're going to spend the money, Dennis.
Well, it will be not in Budapest. Budapest, I love this city. There's so much going on, but because of the COVID, of course, we're all in a bubble. And, well, let's be happy that it's possible that we have the World Championships here. So I think they just take the money home and spend it there.
Put it in their savings account.
Yep.
So here we go. Primo and Kosha win the bronzes. Perez Box of Spain gets the silver, and Shishimi Ai of Japan wins the gold.
Good feeling for these women. They all fought so hard today. Third medal for Spain in only 2 days. That's great for this country. A country with a lot of judo history. It was a few years that I did not win so many medals anymore, but now, especially the women here in these categories, but also the men team is really strong. So that's great to see a country that is performing so well.
Well, we're going to see now the medal ceremony of the under 66 kilos category. They're just about to come out, so stay with us. That's nice to see also, isn't it? The nice sportsmanship. Yeah. Our sport really is so special for that. For judo family, we call it judo family. People we've fought before in the past, and we're still great friends with them and have great contact with them for many years after.
Yeah, you know, it's a fighting sport, but well, if you do this every day, then it feels quite normal to fight each other really hard, and then when the fight is over, well, there's one winner, one loser, but it's always with respect. That's something I really like from the sport I love. You can fight each other as hard as you want, and in the end, well, there's the respect, and you continue.
I think the respect is the special part, isn't it, of our sport? That smile there that says it all.
Well, here it was, the Uchimata in the final. Just first hooks in the leg, then jumps in with the other leg. Great lifting, and straight into the Newaza afterwards. That was a way to win
a world title.
Yes, it is.
The award ceremony of the men under 66 kilos. Mariyama on top of the heap again, just showed his class in that final against Lombardo.
So here they are, the medalists of today in the category 66 kilograms. Yondon Perenlai from Mongolia, Shamilov from the Russian Judo Federation, and then Lombardo from Italy, Maruyama from Japan. Karelin.
Oh, Miss Alexander Karelin presenting three-time world champion, 9 times, three-time Olympic champion, 9 times world champion. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Well, I think everybody who was from the same age and was in judo, I think they were happy that he chose wrestling and not judo.
That's for sure. The bronze medals. The 2 bronze medalists here are Yondon Perenlai of Mongolia, Shamilov of BJF. Silver medal goes to Manuel Lombardo of Italy, and this man here picks up his 2nd world title in succession. And Maruyama, with a beautifully executed Yoko Tomonagi, wins the gold medal.
If you look at Maruyama, you see relief. You know, like, okay, I've done it.
I've done what I set out to do. Might not be the Olympics, but it's certainly his job. Where, you know, what he said. I think a lot of pressure on him earlier today, Maruyama.
Yep.
A lot of pressure on him, and the great Kosei Inui, the Japanese coach, he said there was quite a lot of pressure on him, but he did it in the end. So the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture between the best judoka of this category, may under 66 kilo.
Köszönjük szépen! Most pedig csoportkép következik.
Some great performances on that rostrum from today. And a picture taken with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
And your applause to our judoka boys, may under 66 kilo.
Yondon Perenli and Shamalov get the bronze medals. Lombardo of Italy gets the silver, and Maruyama of Japan wins his second world title.
Well, end of day 2.
It's the end of day 2. We're just going to have a little look at the medals and see Japan, of course, are going to be top of the medal list with 3 gold medals. Well, normally we see a whole list of the medals coming up. The end of day 2, and we've had some amazing ippons and some incredible judo. 3 golds and a silver for Japan. RJF, 1
And there
silver.
it is, Spain. A
Yeah, like
silver
you said.
medal and 2 bronzes. So great performance by this country. Kazakhstan a silver, Italy also silver today with Lombardo.
Yep, just a bit further down, Mongolia there with 2 bronze medals, and Azerbaijan, Israel, Switzerland there with a bronze medal apiece.
I don't know about you, but I'm also looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
The Gucci.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? We've got some great matches tomorrow in the under 73 kilos. And yeah, so looking forward to a great day tomorrow. It's been a brilliant day's judo from Dennis and myself. Until the same time tomorrow morning, it's goodbye for now.
See you tomorrow.
Well, a very warm welcome, and here we are at the post-final block wrap-up. Loretta Kusat-Doyle and myself, very good evening to you at home, and very good evening, Loretta.
Thank you, Geraldine, for that introduction. Yes, it's been a really good afternoon, hasn't it? With some very highs and a lot of lows, and a few disappointments and a lot of decision-making.
Well, we can start right away by looking at what we've just seen there, which was the final of the under 60 kilo category. World number 1 Manuel Lombardo going up against the current world champion and who really is current world champion, Maruyama Joshiro of Japan.
Well, Maruyama was obviously the top favourite to take in that gold position. Obviously, I had the sort of pick of the second favourite, who was the number one seed, was Lombardo. And I think he gave a good account of himself today, especially in the final. But he was outclassed. There was no doubt about it. You have to hold your hand up and say he's got a long way to grow and to develop. It was his first final at a World Championships, but Maruyama was strong today. It took him a little time to sort of build up to that final moment, but your heart just bleeds. You think, what motivates the man to come back from where there's some disappointments in the background of not going to the Olympic Games?
Did you get the feeling during the day that he only did as much as he had to, unless he really got pushed, he never really got out of a particular gear?
No, I think I think you're right there. I think he actually cruised. He was cruising all the way through in each round, and only had to step up when required, and no more. He wasn't. He was reserving that energy for when he needed it. Sometimes I think you could look at it, and part of it is saying, was the heart in it, and maybe that was it. The determination to win, the ability, knowing that he's capable, even on a bad day, to be able to perform better than maybe anybody out there in this field. But was the heart truly there? That's maybe what the question mark was all about.
I find it difficult, really, when you think about it. He was defending champion. He defended that successfully. He's double world champion, and now with those points, the world number one. He's just overtaken Lombardo.
Yeah, you've got to question what motivates the man, and you've got to take your hat off to him, that a bigger person than some people would be, to be able to come back, dig in deep, and be able to perform like that. Well done. That's all I can say.
Right, we had an unfortunate situation with the eldest Zhumakhanov having a scan. They're not absolutely certain, but as a safety a precaution, he's gone off to hospital to have a scan. So he did not take part in the bronze medal contest against Yondan Perenlibashku, the Mongolian, taking that bronze medal match. But we did have the opener with Yakub Shamilov up against Orkan Safarov of Azerbaijan.
Well, all I can say, that was an absolute humdinger, wasn't it? I loved it. There was a lot of excitement there, but Shamilov, for me, I've watched him throughout the day, and he has performed. It was a great performance, solid performance from him, and well deserving of a bronze medal here today.
Yeah, nice one for him. Okay, let's move on then to the under 52 kilo category. We had another repeat, a second gold medal winner for someone who's not going to the Games, albeit that it was in a different year. She was here in 2017 and won it, came back here in 2021 and has won it again. And in between, she's had another couple of medals. So what a performance there from Shishimi Ai of Japan, who overcame Ana Perez Box of Spain. What are your thoughts on that final?
You've just got to say what's going on there, isn't it? When you look at the depth that the Japanese women have and the lineup that we've seen. We got a gold and silver yesterday, and we have the gold medal here today, and they're not going to the Games. Not even a sniff at it. And you just think, would you not just love something, even in one weight category, that being the situation? And we're also talking at 66 kilos, not even going to the Games. And you think they've got that lineup still at home, preparing on home soil at the Olympic Games. It is mind-boggling and terrifying thought of what's going to happen in a few months' time.
I thought that Shishimi was a little bit more focused and sharper in her approach to things than, say, Maruyama was. She was not, I think, still hurting from this public head-to-head that Maruyama had to go through with Abe, and the disappointment of not going to Tokyo. I think she looked like a focused athlete on the World Championships, and I think she really gave that kind of glossy performance, if you like.
Well, exactly. You've said the word glossy. She was fine-tuned. She is definitely the package that you look for in an athlete. She has the touch. She was a a variety of skills, the confidence that oozes out of her as soon as she graces us with on her mat presence. And then she also has this transition into Niwaza that must frighten the life out of her opponents, because I think this is where the winning ingredients is to any champion. If they've not only got a wide range of tactical and technical skills in the tachiwaza, but they have the ability when they do go into ground to be able to finish it off. They know where they're going from A to B. And for somebody that may be possibly is good at Niwaza or just has enough on the tactical side, you're actually then playing a tactical game rather than a winning game. And I think with the Japanese, they go out on a winning game. It isn't about trying to stop the hand or then trying to work and block in the Niwaza. They're actually going out to take hold, grip up, throw and finish. And their finish is until they get 10, until they get that ippon. That's their ultimate goal. And there's no other game plan with it. And obviously we've seen quite a few matches that would you'd possibly say is a mixed match, that they may be not technically as strong, but they've got a big heart. They've actually got a lot in the tank. They're very strong. They're very determined. But what they lack is the technical presence and the sort of the approach to that contest. They're actually then going out on a whim and a hope and a prayer and a chance.
It felt a little bit like that in that final, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, with Perez Box, just thinking, well, let me give it a go here.
Yeah, I definitely believe that. It was just trying to pick up on the opportunity. There's always this is the wonderful thing about our sport. There's always a chance. There's always a hope. There's always a dream, isn't there?
Just didn't come in that final.
But it didn't come in that final. No, but this is where you look for, and the dreams do come true. People make mistakes. We're vulnerable, but even the best of athletes can make the ultimate mistake and lose out. But it is a mistake where some can capitalize on that and grow from that chance that they get, the opportunity that they experience. And that's what divided our gold medalists here today. It was that they went out to win.
Terrific result for Spain. I think it's their third medal, if I'm not mistaken, and a great result for Ana Perez Box. Before we saw the final, we had two bronze medal contests. I'm going to talk about Gefen Primo of Israel with Diora Keldiorova of Uzbekistan first.
Well, for me, they were strong girl she is, and someone definitely to be watching. Physically, tactically, and like a little pocket rocket, really, I would say. But needs to obviously develop on her technical skills. She was lacking there, but gave a lot of heart and a lot of determination. Transition into Niwaza was good. She was competent down there, but still she needs to be polished.
Okay, and then we had the first of the bronze medal contest. Joanna Ramos of Portugal was up against Fabian Crusher of Switzerland.
Well, Crusher, that's going to be on everybody's lips at the moment. Who will go to the Olympic Games? Now, that has been a real turnaround with the two Swiss athletes that were fighting here today. And it's going to be a toss-up, really. Obviously, Crusher has performed outstandingly, and you would have said she was in second position for a chance at the Olympic Games, and I think she's turned it all around. I think we could be looking at Crusher going to the Games now.
It's well, yes. First of all, based on the performance, but especially on Shop's inability to get past her, second round. That was the tricky thing. That the gap just grew so much, and every round that Fabian Crusher went further and further and further, the hole for Evelyn Shop to jump into got deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, the Olympic qualification points got higher and higher, and the divide between them got wider apart. And it really was a changeover, wasn't it, from the position of the world ranking before we started here today. And it's going to be a difficult one, but like we've said before, it isn't just about who gets past the post on the day. It's about who they can beat at the Olympic Games. But I think Crusher has proved today that she is a world beater. She's capable of doing well and has just as much chance as her teammate to take an Olympic medal.
Yeah, she's got the world medal now.
World medal under her belt, and quite a few valuable points, as we could say.
Right, well, that's a wrap up for us here on day 2 of competition at the World Championships. We'll be back tomorrow for day 3 in the Pap Laszlo Stadium. But from all the broadcast team, Loretta Kusat, Doyle and myself, it's bye-bye for now.